is my first thoughts on the ASICS Superlast 2. Thank you for all the support in my last video.
Okay, so do you want to open it so people can see Bowen? Okay, let's get the shoe out and everything. So, okay, so we put one on there and so people can see it. I'll put the other one here just for a sec and everything. So you've done 2 runs in this, haven't you, at the moment?
Yeah.
So do you want to just let them know what sort of runs so you can people can get an idea of like what paces you've done as well and everything like that?
So on Saturday I did 1k 500 times 3, and then 4 200s and a 1k at the end, and they felt really good in it. It was my first run, so obviously just trying to break them in a bit, but
because normally on those sort of sessions you'd probably use your like street flies and stuff like that, but you wanted to see how do you think they kind of compare to your street flies? Do you think they kind of gave you a little bit of a push?
Yeah. They protected my legs quite well, so the day after I didn't feel too tired, which was good.
Yeah. And I was doing the reps with you and you were still way ahead of me, weren't you?
Yeah.
I was pushing as well. And we did a run today. What sort of run did you do today?
We just did an easy 8 miles at 8:07 pace.
And that was quite good, wasn't it? There was a few hills from where we live that take us down to the Eastbourne seafront and everything like that. So the paces, it was a good run really, wasn't it?
It was good. And
we got to see there's an Ironman going on along the seafront, which was quite cool.
Yeah.
And everything. So as you can see, Byron had been running in the Superlast V1s. Do you want to grab those so people can see?
Yeah, so
you can put them side to side maybe and see if we can get them on there, and you can kind of see a comparison and everything like that. I do love the colourway of the V1s. You love the colourway of this one, don't you?
Yeah.
It's like
I think the Superlast 2 has a better colourway.
Yeah. Is a good shoe, and I like the way that it all kind of works. So we can see the differences of the way the foam is cut and everything, and obviously you can totally see a difference on the upper. What foam have we got? We've got a different foam in this one, haven't we?
So in this one we have Flight Foam Turbo and Flight Foam Blast Plus, and in this one we have Flight Foam Turbo Plus, and this one we have Flight Foam Blast Plus Eco.
Yeah, so obviously like this one here, which you ran in the London, and you've done a few park runs in it, has got the new Flight Foam Blast, which is a great shoe. Do you think it feels the same? You were saying earlier today that you felt like this feels a lot softer than this one. I don't know if it just hasn't broken in yet.
This one feels quite soft when I'm squishing it, and then I pick this one up and it feels a lot softer, easier to squish.
Yeah.
So maybe just 2 different kind of types of foams, but
yeah, it could be just down to the way that they've cut the pattern in and everything like that, just because that's very like smoothed off. So I don't know how much of a part that plays in it, or if that's just a visual thing. But what do you think of the visuals? I love like the way that the symbol goes into the foam, which is really good. It's a really good looking shoe, but I have to say still I like that one more. And everything like that.
So obviously you can see this one, the upper is a bit like kind of, what's the word for it?
It's like a one piece, isn't it?
Yeah,
really?
it's like thick, not that breathable.
Yeah.
And then this one, it's kind of
bit knitted.
A knitted upper.
Yeah, it looks knitted. It kind of, when you see it in hand, it does remind me of the way that the same sort of pattern looks there and everything like that.
Yeah.
With the breathable bit and everything. Well, you can tell how much foam it's got, how much bigger it looks compared to that.
Yeah.
And it's the same size and everything.
So underneath on the V1 versus the V2, you can see on the V1 I have quite a lot of wear in them, and the rubber's a bit different.
And what's our favourite bit where they got rid of? What's our favourite thing when we get back from our runs? What do I always do?
We always get holes in the bottom of these.
We got stones.
Yeah, stones I mean.
Yeah.
And then in this one, it's like still kind of a tiny bit of holes, but there's not big enough to get stones in them.
No, so that's gone. And the grip, like, the grip just looks like, you can see like how much difference that is and everything there. And did it feel like grippy? I know it's like we haven't had a wet run though, have we?
No, I've had, so on the seafront there's like pebbles, like kind of like pebble concrete thing. I don't know what the word is for it.
Yeah, it's kind of like the little pebbles, and they're quite slippy to run on, aren't they,
Yeah.
along the seafront?
And I haven't slipped in running on them once, and sometimes I used to slip on the V1s, so that's a good sign, hopefully.
Yeah, and obviously, like at the moment it's early days, and everyone's done reviews on stats and the sort of the hill and how it, all the height and everything like that. But we just want to kind of just talk about how a shoe makes you feel. Did you feel like we ran for an hour and 5 minutes today, didn't we?
Yeah.
And that's your coach has asked you to go up to an hour and 5. So that's your longest run.
Yeah.
Did you get any like hot spots, or did your feet feel like?
I didn't get any hot spots. The only thing that I did notice was my heel was slipping a tiny bit, so maybe you need to get a runner's knot in it.
Yeah.
But apart from that,
The runner's knot and everything like that and stuff. So yeah, because we've got a couple of videos we've done where you can see the runner's knot and everything like that is not in there, so you can see that's kind of like your foot slipping, kind of, which we weren't aware of until that happened.
Yeah.
So you didn't feel it in the run, but it's there, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're going to put the runner's knot in, and we've got a couple other videos because you've been running in some really interesting kit recently, haven't you? That you've invested into.
So I've had the sole half tights for probably about 2.5 months, probably almost 3 months, and I recently got the vest about 4 weeks ago. So, well, probably less than that, probably like 2 weeks ago, and I ran in that about 4 times. So it's very light and breathable, which is good, and yeah.
So we're going to do like a video on that and show that the sore vest is just incredibly light, isn't it?
Yeah.
And everything like that. And so I was just trying to get my dog up there to say hello, but she's gone off now.
Yeah.
And everything. And we kind of did a little bit of a few videos, so we're going to add on to in here. So hopefully you'll enjoy seeing some footage of Byron running and some of the shoe. What we would love for you to do is like help us and put thumbs up to us and
Subscribe.
yeah, and help us, because Byron just wants to show him trying to get to, hopefully he's going to go to English schools next year if things go well.
Yeah.
You had a couple of your teammates go to English schools, didn't you?
Yeah, I think there was about 6 or 7 of us at our club that went to English schools.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't go because the qualifying times was like so fast.
You're like in year 1 of under 15s, but you've done better than you thought.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway.
When I started the season, I wanted to get about 4:35, and I got a 4:26, so that's really good.
Yeah, and you've got a few more races left and everything. Well, hopefully everyone enjoys the video and everything, and we see you
Next time.